Coming up next, a miniature train set that has more tracks than some full-sized railroad. By the way, will you remind me, I've got to pick up some train things for my nephew?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Well, speaking of trains, Michael Ryan went over to the Great American Railway here in Flemington, where the word miniature doesn't necessarily mean small.
Your family will love these.
That's too big.
They're perfect.
Too big.
If this is your idea of a model railroad, then it's time for a reality check. At Northlandz, you can see lifelike locomotives speed through incredible valleys and over terrific bridges. It could be the biggest thing yet in the world of model trains. Just how big? Does this give you any idea? Northlandz is the home of the Great American Railway, a mile-long journey through a gigantic miniature world buzzing with over 100 working trains. Mountains climb 3 stories high, bridges hang from giant bluffs, and hundreds of villages make up a fantastic indoor world. Depending on where you stand, it's like one of Gulliver's Travels, or a visit to the Emerald City.
This is the monastery.
The wizard behind Northlandz is Bruce Williams. He gave me a personal tour of the railway, and I learned that a hobby in miniatures is no small business.
As a child, I had trains around the Christmas tree, as so many other people, and it became in my blood to be into trains as a hobbyist. I started designing little layouts when I was a teenager and dreaming of what kind of thing I would build someday.
For 20 years, Bruce built the world's largest model railroad in the basement of his home. But as creator and designer of Northlandz, he's now thought of as an artist. He spent the last 4 years turning an empty building into a miniature masterpiece.
There's a lot of doubting Thomases when you're about to do something that's never been done. There's an expression I like, that inch by inch, everything's a cinch. Literally. You build one building at a time, you build one story at a time on the building, and then you add the detail piece by piece. And somehow, 20, 30, 40 hours later, the building is complete, and you go on to the next one. And as you go through each step of, a 3.5-story mountain, and it looks wonderful, you get more and more and more ideas. Just like an artist painting the canvas, he finishes the canvas and he says, geez, I got my ideas for the next canvas.
Is this the work of a madman, or is it the imagination of a genius? Everything here is a Williams one-of-a-kind, except for a 40-foot bridge modeled after a famous one in Scotland. Not everything Bruce creates is serious, though.
Grandma's Pit. Quarry company bought a large tract of land to dig a quarry. Well, everybody sold to the quarry company except Grandma. Michael, this is one of the funnier things here at Northlandz. It's this sky-high miniature golf course featuring the world's most thrilling outhouse.
Extreme golf. Now that's an idea. From the truly fantastic to the incredibly real, there's a different scene around each bend. So take over the controls and visit the Great American Railway at Northlandz. All aboard!
Come on.